Mozzarella.
Hello.
Mozzarella.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Hi, how's it going?
Buongiorno.
Oh my
Mi
god.
bambinos. Hey. Well, it's been great. I'm gonna
Taking the mozzarella. Oh, it's beautiful.
mozzarella.
Mozzarella.
What is mozzarella?
I think it a mozzarella.
I take
We're
the
gonna time you
mozzarella.
out, Onion.
Mozzarella. God, fuck.
Thought you said you were going to ban anyone, Onion. Or why aren't you banning them?
I'm
They're not saying mozzarella.
You take
I'm
the
gonna time you out.
Mozzarella.
you take the pepperoni.
I'm onion mozzarella.
I'm Gunther pastrami.
Oh my god.
I can definitely see one day where you both just switch personalities for the stream. Or at least try to.
What's everyone's favorite cheese out of curiosity?
A mozzarella! That is actually my favorite cheese, but that's besides the point.
I like mature cheddar.
Mozzarella's
Mature
good.
cheddar is also pretty decent, but mozzarella is also very good.
I like American cheese
Blackberry.
and
Jack, the
certain
map
things.
tag, the map pack, a backpack, and stop a sack rack. Oh, my bad. Eminem.
Everyone watching this on YouTube, type in the description what your favorite cheese is. Just keep talking about cheese.
Give me your
Oh my goodness.
stinkiest cheese, chat. What's your stinkiest cheese? I better see some stinky cheeses in chat.
Oh my god.
Wait.
Anyhow,
go
Polly
ahead.
will be joining us in a bit. He is not here quite yet. But we wanted to get the stream started today. We are a little bit late just due to life circumstances. As a recap, the last we left off, the party had ventured into the abandoned catacombs beneath the chapel that they had made their way to in the Underdark. These catacombs were enchanted with a magical darkness, and they had to solve a series of arcane puzzles to unlock access to the final chambers. Upon successfully doing so, they made their way down only to be faced with a shadowy illusion of a vestige that took the form of Eris before eventually returning to what we can only assume is its original form, and an arcane spellcaster. The fight proved to be quite a bit more difficult than the party initially expected, but through perseverance and some clever thinking, the party managed to complete the trial successfully, fortunately with no casualties, though Ember did fall unconscious several times. And with that, after beating that, they unlocked the two ritualistic circles, to which they chose Eris and Arthur to receive the powers that the vestiges once held, and then made their way into the treasure chamber that is at the end of the catacombs, the sort of illusionary seal that holds something back and grants them some rewards. Off stream, we've had plenty of time to discuss how much we wanted to take and what we wanted to take. And so, for expediency's sake, we can start there unless anyone wants to do a roleplay interaction before we start picking.
I'm good.
I'm good.
How do you say mozzarella?
Oh my god.
Well,
You're
mozzarella.
cutting out, or am I the one cutting out?
He's cutting out.
I don't know. My Discord's freaking out too. I don't know.
On my end, it was him cutting out.
Okay. Were you downloading something, Onion?
Oh god, onions
Oh, yeah.
disintegrating.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard Megatron.
Yeah.
Megatron is in the house.
We got Robot over here.
Oh no. It's the mozzarella. It's the mozzarella.
It's
Hi.
getting him.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Sort of.
Still a little robot-y.
I don't know on my internet.
Oh. Oh.
8-bit.
Why
64
is streaming so
bits,
cursed? He has
32
been
bits,
fine for 2
16
hours. We go live, and within 5 minutes of being live, his Discord takes a shit.
I don't know. Just be like that, man.
First it was Fuji, now it's Discord.
Yeah,
Man, we
Fuji's
got
been great
problems.
lately.
Yeah, thank you,
I
Fuji.
don't know, man.
Oh my.
It's gonna be hard talking to your glad today. He's robot-y.
All right. Anyhow, so then hopefully to buy some time for his internet to come back, if we want to just go alphabetically of what everybody is going to get. So that would start with Eris.
X-ray glasses.
Do you want to say the name of the item and describe it?
Well, I don't know what the name is, but
Well, I gave it
can
to D.
see-
She was supposed to be sending it to
Sorry,
everybody.
my bad. My bad. That was hold on a second.
Oh, good.
I am just gonna yeah, here you go. That's what that one's yours.
Oh, okay. They're called glasses of true inspection. So I can see through people's clothing. If you got a knife, I can see it. If you got a boner, I can see it.
Oh my
Good
god.
Oh.
Didn't have to specify that.
It's true.
I'm
But
upset,
like only a
Harry.
couple times a
Hey,
day.
he's good. All right. But so, yes, things that slowly kill me inside as a DM, but I did enjoy making the item.
I'm glad.
Arthur, you're up next.
I'm going to choose a ring of superior intellect.
And that does for chat what?
From an intelligence of 20, it goes up to 21.
All right, very nice. Alphabetically, I am next. I do not know exactly what I am getting yet, and I don't know if we want to do that last when we're done with describing the items, but I'm going to draw from the mystery platinum deck of cards that we don't get to know what is there. However, Yorglot has identified them in our downtime to let us know that it gives some sort of boon to a person, but it is not something I get to choose. So we'll see what I get. Next after that would be Runine.
She is going to be grabbing the coin purse within the gem that provides a platinum pouch.
Okay. So money.
Money.
Reina?
I'm gonna get a bracelet. And it increases +2 on my. I mean, +1 on my Constitution score.
Very nice. Since he's not here, we'll go ahead and jump to Yorglot for now. Well, if anybody has an answer to my question in chat from the players, let me know. But Yorglot, what are you getting?
Yorglot is getting a masterwork enchanting table. So it'll basically give me expertise on arcana rolls related to enchanting. And also any third level or lower enchantment, I cannot physically fail, but it does not mean that the enchantment will go well. And then also I'm getting a studded earring of lightning shield. That basically it's just a reworked version of Fire Shield, of the spell Fire Shield, that I get to use twice a day, but reworked into lightning and thunder.
Cool.
Yeah. Homebrew items.
All right. So, does anyone here feel like they can do a good Apolly impression? If not, I will try my best.
Athra, go.
No.
No. Okay.
Pure
Uh,
no.
I don't know what he got. I'm fucking.
That's fair. I guess I will
would, but
just
I don't
go.
know.
Before in chat, we just see Apollyon. My wife. Hey, my wife.
All right. Listen. Okay, listen. I got a ring of Fire Giant's strength, and a ring of greater initiative. That is what a polygon.
You mean potion?
That was a
yeah,
lot
potion.
more brief than a poly would have made it.
No, I know, but I am not confident in my Apolly impersonation. The only thing that came to my mind was listen, so I just went with that.
Listen,
Listen.
If that doesn't, if that
Hey,
isn't telling
hey.
about Apolly, I don't know what is.
Hey,
Listen.
Alorn. Hey, listen, Alorn. Listen.
This is
He's
me
gonna
letting
watch
the
this on
Zelda
YouTube and
vibes.
be like, "What the fuck, guys?"
It's gonna cry.
This is a pure Legend of Zelda.
Oh baby.
All right.
Baby man.
Don't shut up. Shut up.
All
I
right.
will fight you.
Anyhow, so that is what everybody is getting from the rewards that we received, as well as one extra item that was decided between Arthur and Yorglot. So I don't know who wants to talk about it, but it is some form of a crafting material potentially.
Da-da-da-da. We're basically taking this heart. It's part of the heart of. It's called the Heart of Patel. What Yorglot saw when he looked at it basically is that it turns all necrotic damage that's dealt into, or when consumed, it turns all necrotic damage into healing and all healing damage into necrotic damage. But we also got told it could possibly be used as a crafting item, so obviously the alchemist and the enchanter are both very interested in it.
All right. And so with that, you have all gathered your rewards except for Ember. Before we potentially trade off DMing again, D, what do I need to do, if anything, to get what I am choosing?
Well, first off, I would like you to roll a 1d4.
What is with the voice?
I don't know. I just started talking at it.
Epic game.
2.
Okay.
Ember dies.
It wasn't a 1. Fuck off. Not that that means anything on a D4.
So for everyone else, you see from the card kind of envelop Ember in like this warm golden glow before the card disappears. And Ember, you gain the boon of fame.
Boon of Fame. Is that a feature that I add to my sheet?
Yes.
Okay.
At this moment, you don't know what it did, but you will learn about it soon.
Okay.
God.
She kind of just stands there and looks around. Well, that was exciting, I guess. All right. Well, so we're done here, I guess.
Thanks.
Yeah, if everybody else is ready.
Yes, I'm all right. She kind of holds the sack of coin.
When, because I'm just when I go to grab the heart, does it just appear in my hand? Am I just holding a heart?
Yeah, pretty much. You are holding a black, like it's a big heart. Actually, it's doesn't like fit all in one hand, so you kind of have to hold it in two. It's a black pulsing heart. It's like a
It's
little
still
bit slimy
beating?
to hold. Yes.
Do you want me to put this in this container? And I just present a container to Yorglot.
Is it special?
I mean, it'll keep it clean.
Less worried about keeping it clean and more about keeping it fresh. I know time works different than Ember's lamp. I'll probably just put it in there in the laboratory somewhere.
Good idea.
Ember just kind of like gags a little bit, hearing that that is also now going in her lamp.
Sorry, Ember, you're going to be our storage mule. Your house is our storage mule for now.
That's fine.
How many
Just-
dead bodies are in there now?
Why is it always gross things? Why can't we put nice things in there?
And
only
we have
never find those
little
things.
babies in there.
Anyways, and Yorgot will have just like put it in a box
Okay,
somewhere in her in the laboratory.
that's fine. I'll say there's some containers within the Enchanter's station that you can use.
He comes back out. Is there a door out, or is it just back the way we came?
Uh, back the way you came. It doesn't seem like there's another exit.
Backwards then.
Uh, oh,
No, you go.
you'll see Rooney kind of awkwardly walk towards Ember. So, my armor is in your lamp with my book. I probably will be needing that.
This is nice.
I I need my armor. I can't. Ember, I only wore these clothes because your lamp is very, very warm. It's not
Yes, it's
really
quite
that warm.
comfortable, isn't it?
It's actually getting a little bit chilly now. I would like my armor.
Well, you see, that's the thing. I'm not the one that holds my lamp right now.
You see Yorglot popping out of the lamp.
That's now just kind of on the floor because he was the one that had it.
Vernie just walks over, takes the lamp before, or like, may I go into the lamp?
Of course.
Thank you.
My God.
Alright.
She goes and gets dressed. So, like, after, oh, well, time flows slower. Wait, how long will it take for her to get dressed?
Whatever, it doesn't matter. You get
Some
dressed.
minutes.
Okay, well, she gets her armor and comes out afterwards.
I'll say about the time we get to the entrance of the dungeon, walking at a normal pace, you come out so you don't miss the kitties.
Oh, shit. Right.
Y-
Okay.
Yes, indeed.
Okay. All right. She comes out in her armor with her shields.
We make our way
Alright.
back up, I assume?
Yep.
Brain, don't freak out when you see what's up here.
Freak out. What did you guys do?
We didn't do anything. There's just let Raina take the lead here, alright?
Oh, right. She kind of squints.
Go on, Raina. You're the one who talks to animals.
Oh yeah. I was like, what are you saying? And I completely forgot. I'm gonna. Are we? We're walking up, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Are we out through the doorway?
We're approaching the inner of the chapel where the
Yeah.
kitties were.
I'm gonna go first, and what do I see?
There is the cat kind of like laying in front of the hole, essentially. The hole in the wall.
Do I know his name?
I don't believe you ever asked for his name.
Reina's gonna be like, Kitty!
You hear a sudden as the tail kind of just like flops to the ground, and then he looks behind him. Hello. I am not a kitty, but sure.
Reina
Kind of like
then bows. Reina does a little curtsy.
He kind of gets up on gets up from his laying position and puffs up his chest. And kind of you start seeing the tail go again. Yeah, that sound.
For those in chat that were not here last session, these are bladed moorbounders, so they are very pointy, sharp, scrapey kitties. Then that tail is scraping across stone.
Hmm.
Um,
Go ahead, Rena.
Oh, you would. Oh shit! You wouldn't have been able to understand him unless you used speak with animals.
Yeah, I believe that is the case.
yeah.
Do you have a
Say
spell
she
slot for that?
used it.
Let's see.
She should.
Spells. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
she's
There you go.
I just
spell.
wanted to make sure.
Yes.
Okay.
Good lord.
Arena's like,
Sorry.
you're gross.
Apologize.
Arena then thanks him and his friends that for letting us pass.
He kind of like steps aside so that everyone in the party could like go through, and he gives a very slow nod and bow to Reina. Of course. Thank you for the food. Mm.
Arena then like gestures over to Radine to get close.
Oh. these are these are friendly.
He then nods. And then she starts Rena starts petting the big cat where he last told where he liked being petted.
The armpit.
Mm.
The armpit.
Yes, the armpit and I believe a shoulder, if I remember correctly, but I could be wrong. But Renine will kind of blink a few times, but slowly follow Reina's lead and give some scratches. And you see the tail go faster. It's like, and like the hind leg kind of having that thumping sound as, oh, yes, that's a good. You hear him start purring. Hmm, I did not realize that they like that spot. Noted for later.
Well, she is enjoying, and Reina's like showing Renine how to pet them and stuff like that. Ember would turn to the group. Well, so I'm quite exhausted after all of that. I don't know about the rest of you.
I'm doing okay, actually.
Um, but at the very least, for as long as we've been traveling and exploring, I would like to look into getting some rest personally. Would you prefer to head back to the other town, camp here, or continue on and hope that we find a good spot?
I'd say we could probably find a place to camp nearby and then continue on to Valzor's town.
I
No.
agree.
So camping
Action.
here nearby for now and then continuing?
Yeah, I think us being friends with these big predators, they probably have a decent area of this that's their territory. Shouldn't should help with running into other predators. In fact, Raynor, do you mind asking them if they mind if we camp in a tree nearby or something? Just for a couple hours.
Wait, I still haven't even gotten his name yet. Oh my god.
Then ask it.
Jones. What is your name? She
He's
asked
like,
the
"Are you
kitty.
still scratching him?"
Yeah.
He's too absorbed in the scratching to hear your question at the moment.
Kitty, can we stay here?
Um. Okay. Reading kind of stops scratching him, and he kind of focuses a little bit. Is like, uh, s- stay here. Mm,
Can we have a tree?
oh. Mm, yes. There are many trees. Mm. Uh, he kind of like um brings his head over towards the like if you were to get out of the cathedral and go right, he kind of like points that way with his snout and plenty that way. Uh,
Did you get his name finally?
No. Kitty, what is your name?
mm, he kind of looks around the room, uh, looks to the other more bounders, to which you now see that there are six rather than the three, because the other three returned. Um, Al- I am called Alpha.
Well, Alpha, thank you so much. I hate you.
So, can we stay?
Yes, there's trees outside.
Okay. I'm guessing that means we can stay in one of them. Um, just tell them thank you, and then I think we should probably. I'm with Ember. Probably find some place to rest up.
All right, let's go find one. I guess.
Yogot kind of gives like a small bow or whatever to the moorbounder.
He he puffs up his chest and gives like a nice little a long nod.
Ember will take the damage for hugging it.
Aww.
So I don't
He,
know how much it is. You're the one that had these.
hold on. Let me. Hamana. Hamana. So it is a oh, ooh, uh 2d4 piercing
Ew.
damage.
It's not terrible.
Oh,
4 damage.
good.
Nice.
She hugs and it kind of pokes and scratches a little bit. And
You see the moorbounder instantly stiffen, but gives a little small purr.
Yorglat's looking for a tree.
yeah,
Yep.
easy enough. There are plenty of trees here, according to the moorbounder, that you can find and use one of them.
Gotta go up, start setting camp. He'll use levitate, so he doesn't have to struggle.
Okay.
To which you do see that same moorbounder kind of follow you out, and whenever you guys start heading towards the trees, you'll notice that there are more, like a couple more bounders wandering around, and he kind of just like makes it so that they don't attack you.
Okay. Cool. All right. Well, then once we have a place, everybody would look to start resting up, I assume.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and look at whatever the fuck's in the sack, because I don't think we've actually opened it yet, so we actually don't know what's in it.
Correct. How much
So
coin?
the thing is, the moment Runian solidified the choice of getting the coin pouch, all of you. Hold on. Let me get my thing here. All of you have received 500 platinum in your pouch.
Damn!
Oh.
What?
That's
Between
a
everybody?
fuckload.
Yeah, to every member.
We get
Well,
500
we're rich,
platinum?
boys! We're rich. We're big money.
Hell yeah.
500 platinum?
Yeah, that's
Each.
what you said. Each.
That's why it was the most. It was one of the most expensive items.
I have 925 platinum now.
When is Eris retiring? Seriously, all you are doing at this point is potentially getting yourself killed when you could live the lap of luxury for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Nah, we're just gonna make her buy the keep.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, I'm kidding.
At this
But
point,
wait,
it's
wait,
honestly
wait.
feasible. Fuck.
I could.
30,000 fucking gold just now, dude. Holy shit. Or 30,000.
To give an idea, though, a castle is 250,000 gold pieces.
3,000. 35,000.
Oh,
35
shit.
3,500. God damn.
So we still got a long way to go if we want to buy a castle.
Yeah.
Yeah. But still,
Oh, good job, guys.
Nice.
that money. That money.
Indeed.
Uh,
Amber would kind of just stare at the pouch like, this is more money than I have ever held.
Well, welcome to being an adventurer.
Yes, I think.
I heard it was profitable. I just didn't imagine it being this profitable.
Just know that money goes real quick when you're an adventurer.
Yes, I think this is more money than when you sold your hammer. Actually,
Is it? How much was the hammer?
I think it was 2,500 total.
yeah, this is much more than 2,500.
Well, it's only
But-
1,000 more, but yes, that's still a lot.
Yeah.
we are rich.
Oh, no, you are very rich.
Okay,
in this.
listen.
And everyone in this party just went from
Yeah, we're all
maybe
rich.
not rich to holy fuck, we're rich. Eris is just more so.
I'm just rich.
Also,
You guys
that
are
is
just
after Eris funding both her and Ember's brand.
rich. Yep.
I can imagine Eris being like a loan shark, just lending people money. And we're no longer adventurers, we're just hired by Ares just to collect money from people who she's lent to.
Yeah.
The funny thing is. Oh, no, continue.
Well, because like I'm a rogue, and so like I should be stealing from people, but the thing is, I have so much money now. I feel bad like stealing from people.
Oh, no.
It's very fair. I'm a rogue. I want to steal. I am the rich.
Yeah.
There goes my
That's what I
Robin Hood
do.
syndrome.
Oh,
Yeah.
how about the opposite effect? You sleight of hand put the
Coin into the
Yeah,
people's pocket.
I just start giving poor people money. Yeah.
That's
great.
why my rogue is an excessive tipper. Yeah, I could definitely see that. But yes, so
Right.
holy crap.
Yeah.
Lots of money.
congratulations.
Does Ember know what her thing does yet or no?
Uh,
Or will I have to wait even longer for that? It's fine if I have to wait longer. I'm just curious.
After a long rest, you'll find out. So
Okay.
after this long rest.
8 hours.
So, are we taking shifts, or are we just letting the Moorbounders do it?
I mean,
That's a-
Renine didn't take any damage, so
I'll
Renine
set up
didn't do
alarm.
nothing.
Yeah,
I'll set up alarm around the area.
Yeah.
yeah, and I still think we should take shifts. Be completely safe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who wants?
How about this? Sorry, I wanted to say Renine will help with Arthur by making it a bigger radius.
Because you both know alarm, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Arthur, you do that, and I will do this part. So I'll take the south side, and you can take the north side.
Works.
He just smiles at you and just gives you a thumbs up with his with a big huge grin.
Is that while you're doing it, you're just in the tree? Didn't know you knew alarm, Renine.
Shut up.
Reyna sneaks off to go cuddle with the cats while sleeping.
That
Like in
is
his bed.
perfect because Ember was going to do the same.
Okay.
I'm also. Can I roll a D100 for the thing?
Yes, you can.
Real quick. Okay.
And who else staying up, just so we can do perception checks?
Renine will stay up. We'll take first shift.
So Arthur.
Okay. Yeah. Arthur and Renine can go ahead and make their first perception checks.
Perception.
66. Let me go scroll up. I need to just save those
What's wrong with
images.
my dice?
I got a 15 for my perception.
Oh, that's why I'm using the fancy ones.
What's wrong with them? Oh, I'm using the fancy ones. They don't sound very fancy if that's your description.
No, it's the summoning dice that take a while.
So, Talls, do you
Yeah,
have your
I haven't
table?
checked. I
You-
haven't checked yet. I'm scrolling up now.
Yeah, I'll just tell you.
I also put an updated height chart in the
Oh,
Yeah, I
no.
saw that.
tavern, by the way.
Yeah, we have
Oh, that'll
a
be fun.
lot of
Ember's
short
taller than
people.
Valzor.
Oh,
Yes,
that's
Ember is
fun.
very tall.
Yep.
Ember is 5'9".
Oh yeah, Valzor's only 5'8", huh? Fucking
Mhm.
tiny ass dude. No, I'm kidding. Was it?
Okay.
Wasn't
Alright.
he 5'10"? I know.
So, what was the highest of the two perceptions again?
At 21.
21. It seems like most creatures keep their distance. They don't mess with a pack of moorbounders. Especially the size of the pack that this one is. It's not small by any means. There were 6 in the chapel plus more outside. So you gather probably at least around 12-ish, if not more. And that's enough moorbounders to fuck up most things. So as far as any dangers, they tend to keep a wide berth. So you seem pretty safe for right now. You're kind of keeping an eye. Do either of you want to have any conversations or anything, or just skip on through?
Mm?
Just skip on through.
Okay. So then, who is next after Arthur and Renine?
I'll wake up.
Sure. I'll wake up.
Arthur doesn't need sleep, so you technically only have to do it one at a time if you want.
That's true. You're God staying asleep.
Okay. So Ayers and Arthur, go ahead and make perception checks.
Alright.
Right.
That's 26.
15.
Again, you feel quite comfortable. Some of the moorbounders do come pretty close to where you're at, but more they seem curious than anything, just kind of like wondering who these people that they haven't been introduced to are, but they don't seem threatening. And then if that's everything for you two, then we'll go to Yorglot and Arthur as the last one, because Reyna and Ember snuck off to go cuddle moorbounders.
Hey. That's a 7.
That is a 25.
7, and that was a. Mine's not updating for me. A 25, you said?
Yes, 25.
With a 25, there is a period of time towards the morning where you do feel like the Moorbounders kind of are on edge a little bit, but they don't fight anything. You don't hear any sounds or anything. They seem more alert in the mornings for some reason. Before then calming back down and going back to their normal patrols, but nothing disturbed you other than just their behavior changing.
Okay.
And no conversation as well. And if that's it, your failed potion doesn't actually have any negatives to it because it's already been 6 hours.
Yep.
Dope.
For Reyna, go ahead and just make a survival check for me. I'm going to have Ember do it as well, which is going to go horribly, I'm sure. Yeah, that's a 0.
Oof.
I got a 9.
So when you wake up, you have 6 less health from the Moorbounders slightly snuggling against you and catching you with some of their bristles overnight. But you get your long rest otherwise, but you have 6 damage. Ember, on the other hand... Oh, God. Why do I roll high for this shit? Takes 13 damage from cuddling with the bristled Moorbounders
Ooh.
overnight.
Wait, why so much?
Because she rolled a 0 on her survival check for sleeping with them for an entire night.
I guess that's fair.
Go sleep with the walking scissors, they said. It'll be fun, they said.
Before anyone wakes up, I'm going to just quickly go look around, see if I can find any herbs real quick before everyone's getting up.
Your glad is... well, actually, no, never mind.
Oh,
Oh.
hi. Hi.
Hi, Valzor.
Hi.
Welcome back.
What's good? Welcome back.
You're back in the window.
Yo.
Don't worry, you didn't miss anything. We're literally still at the church. We're sleeping.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're legitly sleeping next to the church with Moorbounders protecting us.
And some of us
Yeah.
choosing to sleep with the sword cats.
Oh, Apollyon, add 500 platinum to your inventory.
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Oh,
That's from Runine's draw.
Yeah, that was from the platinum pouch that you guys decided to pick.
Yeah, everybody got 500 platinum.
What?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that's like a lot of money.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
You hand this man a $500 bill. That's like a lot of money.
Wow.
Wow.
Is this what it feels to be upper class? Oh my gosh.
But seriously, though, 500 platinum is retirable funds.
Oh yeah.
You can live every
I'm
day
at
for the rest of your life.
925 platinum.
Yeah, go
Kids,
retire.
I don't
on
spend
your
my
own
money on anything other than maid's clothing and leashes.
Listen, I'm going to
Look, when this
sue
adventure's done, she's just going to be a sex toy shop. You know that.
Oh my god.
You know that's her end game. There's no denying it. Anyhow.
No, my end game is to be the pet of someone rich.
I mean,
So
you're
then I
rich.
can
What the fuck
be
you talking about?
more rich.
Eris has just became a gold
Also-
digger. Okay. I need to make a new
Also,
subclass for Rogue.
Also, Apollyon, go ahead and take long rest because we just
Slept.
got done sleeping.
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
So,
Your shit's back. But fucking Reyna and Ember decided to sleep with the scissors, so
Yep.
Scissor cats.
Ember is just going to cast Cure Wounds on Reyna real quick.
My
You
Nice.
get 13 health back, Reina. And I get 13 health back from 2 cure wounds. Perfect.
Epic.
epic gamer moment.
Worth.
Worth it.
All right.
So, with the items that I asked for, did I just add those to my inventory?
Did you send him the item names?
Yeah, I sent them. I sent it
Yeah.
to you, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Uh,
just
Then you
was
can just
making
add those.
sure that I add. Okay.
Yeah,
I
and
also
then you added
impersonated
this.
you in talking about what you got. So you get to watch the VOD later and see that.
Oh my
It
god.
was very short, but he got a little bit of it.
Yeah,
Right.
watch the earlier bit, man.
Yeah.
Do that.
Anyhow,
I will.
when
Alright.
the party reconvenes in the morning, Ember would. So you all want to head straight to the village, Valzor's village from here, yes?
Yeah, it's probably going to be a bigger town, and seeing as we all just got a massive amount of money, I don't feel particularly safe going back to a town with lots of hands.
Yeah.
That's perfectly fair. I wasn't so worried about that. Afterwards, do you have any, like, what is the plan? How much of a time constraint are you all on?
None, as far as we know. Um, if other people have other things they want to do, I don't think we can do them. The only reason we're going to Valzor's village is because, well, it's Valzor's village, and we've heard of an attack, so I think we want to check up on it. But if nobody else has any goals, I think we just go to Vierne.
Yeah.
Well, the reason I ask is because I bought that treasure map, and I was wondering if anybody else had any interest in checking it out. And if you didn't, I was going to do that. Will you head it to his village?
I would like to do that. I do need quite a lot of gold.
I don't. Hmm. How about we make a pit stop in my village and then we can go and do that?
Well, that is up to all of you. I could do it on my own if people did not want to come. I can do it after if everybody wants to go. I just don't want to drag you all out of the way for a whim of mine.
No, I
I
think
didn't even
after.
know that we had one.
Yeah, you were in the lamp when we got it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, I think looking at the map that you did get though, it's in this fire area up here by the infernal chasm, right?
I believe that is that to be the case. Yes.
Then I would probably say we go to his village, and then afterwards we can go search for it.
All right.
I'm alright with that.
Alrighty then. I am going to be burning yet again at some point.
I have clothes.
No, I don't believe I should have taken off my armor this time, Ember. It's outside, not inside.
It's your fault.
What are you talking about? This is my fault.
You're the one that wishes to wear that, and she gestures to all of you.
I like my outfit.
Yeah,
I'm not talking about you, Arthur. It's just her in particular.
Yeah, Bernine, why do
Reference
you
to-
wear why do you wear armor like that? It does seem rather cumbersome.
Renine kind of slowly looks from Ember to Eris with like her eyebrow lifted up as in like, are you seriously asking that question?
you know,
Oh, I don't know, Eris. Maybe because I am out in the front most of the time and have the attention of enemies.
Wait, are you still wearing the armor that I got you, or is it a different one?
It's a different one. I sold that
Okay,
one to
okay.
get
Yeah, yeah.
actual armor that's not stolen.
Good.
you
Just
know,
making sure.
if you ever want like chilling effect on your armor, I could always try something. I mean, you could always pay somebody to do it, but if you give me the materials and your armor, I don't mind doing it for free. It gets me practice, so I don't care. But I could
Uh,
probably fish something out like that. I made this. And he kind of opens his cloak. And you see his armor, which seems to have this chill over it now that he's just woken up.
oh, that's pretty interesting.
Yes, well, just a thought for when we're in the next town.
Well, I'll keep that in mind then. I doubt I have the materials for that.
All right.
I summon my steed, my direwolf.
All right. We got mounts.
Ember just walks over to Eris, waiting for the elk.
Yep.
Okay. Wait. With Renine out and no one in the lamp, someone needs to go into the lamp, right?
I would.
Oh,
Elk takes 2. Elk takes 2. That's 4. Bear and steed. That's 6. Did
Yeah.
you ever learn the Phantom Steed ritual?
Oh, wait, yeah, I do. Sorry. Fuck. New rituals. Yep. Okay. I ritual cast my own phantom steed.
Okay,
There we go.
we're covered. We have enough now.
Yeah.
Your guy's gonna want your book when
If
we get
if
into town.
if you didn't, I was literally going to go suffer with a moorbounder and see if I could get one of them to take me.
Oh my god.
Fucking A! I also have another spell that I just learned. Shit. Okay, next time.
Why not just do it now? Or is like what?
No, it's tiny hut for
Sleep.
sleep.
Oh, yeah, that'll do
Yeah.
it.
Yep. I have another useful thing for sleep.
Oh my
I
god.
just got.
Anyhow,
Anyways, yeah, we ride.
all right. So as you begin writing through, Valzor and Arthur, go ahead and make a survival check for me each,
okay.
since you're kind of the Underdark guides here.
Oh. So I got
18.
6.
6 and 18.
Yep.
Okay. You gather it's going to take a good while for you to get there, just because of the terrain becoming more difficult and harder to traverse. It becomes more slowly goes from being sort of like this under dark swamp that you were at with the woodland area next to the marked ruins that were on the map, the chapel essentially. And it then starts to slowly, you can see the trees starting to die off a little bit. The land seems to become more crag-like rock rather than grassy marsh fields. And it slowly shifts into a more harsher climate. And you gather that's probably due to the fact that you're nearing the infernal chasm, and so the temperature has risen quite dramatically. You've gone from what was previously cool and sort of had this dampness to it to a very, at this distance, comfortable warmth and decently dry climate. And it's for those of you that are from the surface, a quite noticeable sudden difference. Even for you, Arthur, who, well, you've spent a lot of time down here, and you understand creatures, you haven't explored personally a whole lot. It's a very sudden difference in climate. But for Valzor, this is pretty normal for you. You know that the Underdark can go through quite the variations of climates and biomes quite quickly, depending on what you're around. And you start to feel that sort of comfort of home, that same warmth. Before, towards the end of your, day's worth of travel, you gather you can push a little bit into the evening of this day, essentially, which in the Underdark, there's no real night or day necessarily. But you could push a little bit longer than normal, and you'd be able to make it about, say, 2 hours longer of travel than you would normally, or you could just do that in the morning.
I mean, I don't mind riding for an extra 2 hours
Yeah, same.
if it doesn't exhaust us or anything.
As long
Yeah.
as you
Yeah.
find a place to sleep relatively quickly once you get there, it wouldn't. Just would have the, negatives of traveling at night.
Yeah.
But for this party, it's pretty negligible. Most everyone has dark vision. I think everyone does now, actually.
Laps. Goggle them.
Yeah,
Um,
seems fine.
okay, so 2 more casts of Phantom Steed later.
11 minutes. And then bam.
Yep. So, towards late evening, Valzor, for the first time in quite a while, you see a very familiar sight. You see a very large wooden wall that has been built to sort of look like a fence that has been created with just trees or logs kind of shoved into the ground right next to each other and then bound with some sort of like twine to hold them all together. You see wooden spikes out front, lots of them, which is not an unusual sight for you. But what is unusual for you, from what you can see from a distance out front of your home, is these wooden spikes seem to be quite bloody right now. And you see remnants and remains of creatures stuck upon them. Creatures that you're familiar with, such as, various moorbounders, various sort of like underdark alligators, leopards. You see some other sort of more sturdier looking things. You see the corpse of a boulet off into the distance. And while you're used to, things occasionally roaming too close to the village or being led into the spikes to avoid attacking the village, not on this scale. There's a lot of them. And you can see a number of different people out front, most of which are tieflings, though not all, that seem to be cleaning it up currently and kind of trying their best to pull pieces and parts of creatures off of these spikes and then toss them into a pit and begin burning them.
Well, you.
Are the bodies beyond like salvageable? Like they're just wasting all this material?
I was actually going to ask that. I was actually going to ask that.
The
Oh my
crafters.
God.
The crafters.
Could we ask them if we can borrow some?
You're too far away, I will say right now, to determine whether you think it's usable or not, but, they don't look mutilated, per se.
Okay. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead. With your RPD.
Valzor, your village is quite, how to put it, welcoming.
Yes, I knew you guys were hunters, but I didn't realize you.
That isn't normal. I'm sorry if that's your first impression, but trust me, that is not normal.
Not normal. What if it is not normal?
Well, the spikes out here and just the wall in general is for defense, not really to help us hunt. Um, so that means that we've been getting attacked by these creatures a lot more often.
Oh. Oh, that
Well,
will explain more.
I am not an expert in animology or anything like that, or animal behavior, but generally, I don't think animals go out of their way to attack giant civilizations like this unless they have some sort of intelligence.
Hmm.
Am I right
Well,
in that? I don't know.
Yeah, but I don't know why they would be attacking like this. Unless there's something in our walls that draws them near, then that I didn't know about and was recently put in, I wouldn't know.
Well, the
I
good
s-
thing that is that it's still
Some
standing
questioning.
and questioning. Yes.
Yes.
All right, let's go.
Well, yeah. Let's make our way in.
Walk up to the gate. What's up, bitches?
Oh my fucking god. Hey, I know you probably lost a lot of your fucking town, but we're here now. Fuck you.
Oh man.
Anyways, we walk up to the gate. Are there like guards specifically guarding the gate? Is there a giant
Um,
wooden barricade?
Valzor, you know there normally should be guards, but it seems like, well, there are people that are kind of at the gate. There's, like I said, a number of people outside, so it's hard to really distinguish who are the guards of the town versus who are the ones tasked with cleaning it up right now. As no one's idle, there's no like checkpoint that seems apparent.
But there's an apparent gate, right?
Yes.
Okay. We walk up to there.
Hello.
Hello.
A red tiefling with sort of long silken black hair walks over. Hello. What can I do for you? Oh, do
I
my eyes deceive me?
I'm back.
Well, that was short.
Oh my god, another one of these characters.
Oh no.
Have you found what you were looking for already?
Uh, by looking for you mean my adventure?
Yes.
Yes, and it led me back here.
That's some adventure.
Long story short, you have no idea what we've been through.
They'd kind of
That's one way to say that. Holy
they'd
shit.
Oh my
they'd
god.
sort of just look around. As you can tell, you've missed a lot as well.
Yes, about that. What's been happening? Like, I noticed out here, like, it's worse than normal.
First up, not to be rude, but Valzor, could you introduce us, please?
Um,
And Lauren, what's the
Oh.
name of these people that I know?
Who is this?
Who's this
Uh,
person? I need
So,
to rack my brain.
so they're kind of just waiting for an introduction at this point.
Yorglot, and he kind of like gives a nod.
A
My name is
pleasure. Ever the diplomat, aren't you, Valzor?
diplomat.
Yes, you're excellent at introducing your friends that you bring to our home.
Okay. Sorry. That's Yorglot. Points to Ares. That's Ares. That's Reyna. Arthur. Renine. And Ember.
A pleasure to meet all of you. My name is Jazira.
Bear.
And Bear. Sorry, Bear.
Yeah.
Poor bear.
I see now why we don't have him talk much.
Sorry.
How did you spell the name?
Yeah, I'll put it in world info for you.
Jizz.
I'm just gonna like just put my thumb up and be like, "You got this, Valzor. You're doing really good."
Thank you, Arthur.
Maybe you should hit him with that splash of genius.
Did someone say splash?
No,
no.
no.
And it seems
Is
you
it-
found yourself equally as intriguing companions.
Renine
You
kind
know
of just
me.
doesn't say. Renine knows the suffering, and she doesn't actually be phased. She's like, one of these.
One thing, Runine, that you notice is,
Oh.
well, there are some individuals as armored as you. It seems like most of their martial or fighter-like individuals are still relatively lightly armored, to the most maybe being like a breastplate.
So who's in charge around here?
The child? The youngest child.
He
We're
just stands up
newcomers. Where's your
confident.
bus?
He stands up confidently with his hands on his hips.
Well, if you wish to learn more about what's going on, seeing as you're in the company of Valzor, I can at least assure you that you'll be allowed into the town. Should you be invited to speak with our chief, is a different story. But if you wish to know, Margrak is his name. He can likely be found at the war council that has been set up,
Spelling.
center of the
spelling,
town.
Thank you.
Spelling.
Spellcaster can't spell?
Fantasy names are hard to spell. What?
Did you spell it like that?
He's
I-
asking you.
Uh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I take
Yeah.
notes.
Exactly. Okay, moving on.
Well, for now, I think we're mainly looking for a place to rest. We've been on the road for the last couple of days, but if there is work and probably
Well,
money to be involved, then we are definitely here to help.
your house is still there.
Yes. Glad to know that it's still up.
Why
Well,
wouldn't it be?
Well,
you don't know. A rock could have fallen on it off the ceiling. You know, the
Well,
worst.
to be honest, rumors spread from false truths. We've heard some crazy stories about beholders attacking here, and well,
Oh, of course
Well,
not. That would never happen here.
Not here.
Yeah, there was that guy that we met along the way. He told us that he got a rumor that like a beholder attacks them.
Yeah, and that's this person's response.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was
no,
the
no, I'm talking to Apollyon because he was like
Yeah.
not here.
Yeah. No, I told you out of character. I told you that my previous village had gotten attacked by a beholder. And it
Oh.
might
You
have
had
been
two
possible that
different
he was talking
villages?
about that. Yeah.
Oh, well,
That one
anyway.
was like mostly destroyed by the beholder.
Jesus Christ, dude.
And my uncle lives
Yeah,
in this
you know, this man made his character with the intent and design that his arch nemesis is a beholder.
Yep.
That was his character concept.
Yep.
Yeah.
but anyways, Valzor, if you want to show us the way to your house, if we're allowed in.
Yes, I would assume so because you're with me. Well, let me escort you there then.
Well, so what's your family like?
Yeah,
Uh,
Renine was gonna cough. It's like, do you have family?
Yes. My uncle and my brother live here.
What are they like?
My uncle is quite strict. Meanwhile, my brother is like me, but way more laid back.
More laid back.
Oh, I would have to see that.
I would hate to have to wake up with him.
Oh no.
You wake up with men?
We literally slept in in a tree, all crunched together last night. All of us.
I'm not a
No,
man.
that's not true. You did not sleep with me or Raina.
Okay, Miss Particular. All right.
I'm just being as particular as you.
Anyway, I will introduce you to them tomorrow. Let's get rest first, because we've been traveling what feels like all day.
Of course.
Getting first look at the inside. What does it look like
Bye,
of the
Jazz.
town?
You gather that in what its normalcy should be, it seems like the town isn't as quaint as you might have assumed from a hunting village. There's evidence that supports there being a tavern that would regularly host guests that would travel past. Evidence supports that they have decent trade that normally comes through here, and there's a good number of houses. Well, they're not as fanciful as full on architectural marvels, they are quite a bit more advanced from huts, so a kind of a nice medium ground between architecture and simplicity. But you don't see the people that you would expect to see that would make a tavern in this sort of a town successful. And you don't see the sort of people visiting shops or markets set up that would indicate bustling trade that you would expect to see with the design of the city. And from what you can tell, most of the people seem somewhat absent or dejected a little bit. No one's really moving around super cheerfully, but none of them seem like they've lost hope. It's a somber feeling, but it's not to the point of giving up.
Along the way, Yorgot's just gonna be keeping his eye out for shops and blacksmiths, alchemical places, enchanting places, stuff like that. Just like looking and marking them in his mind, like,
Okay.
oh, that looks like that. That looks like that.
Yeah, you don't pass all of them, but you gather based off of what you have passed that there's at least something for each type of shop. It might not be the most extravagant, but there is each thing you would expect to see in a town. Partially out of necessity for hunters, in that they're going to need a carpenter, they're going to need a smith, they're going to need an enchanter. So there's at least somebody in this town, from what you've seen, that seem to indicate that it will exist.
And is whatever this meeting hall she spoke of very visible even from here, or no?
Um,
Or does it even
depends. Do you
seem-
go towards the center of town first, Valzor, before leading to the house, or do you just go straight to your house?
Straight to the house.
Then not from the direction you take, as you kind of follow more up of a pathway through the markets and then into the residential area versus just like into the center.
Okay, so there's not really any height to a lot of the places here.
No, nothing seems to stand above the rest.
Okay.
In that
That's my
regard, it
question.
actually seems very flat.
Gotcha. That's all my questions then. Let's get
Okay.
to the house. Is what's her face following us actually? Jezra.
No, she stayed at
Yeah.
the gate. But
What's your house
anything,
look like, Polyon?
yeah,
What's the house?
What's your house look like, huh?
It's like a best way to put it. It's like a one-person shack. Because unlike Valzor's brother, he's not married. And unlike his uncle, doesn't like really need the space. Because Valzor's uncle was responsible for teaching him the blood hunter arts that he uses.
Bachelor's life.
While we're walking, does it seem like people are recognizing Valzor and like saying welcome back and stuff to him?
it doesn't seem like anyone's really recognizing people. Doesn't seem like anyone has the emotional or mental desire to engage with you. So it seems like kind of like in that dejected, somber atmosphere. It's more like you don't exist to most of the people you pass by.
Hmm.
Well, I thought you said you were famous, Valzor.
There must be something going on.
Right.
Do I also notice this?
Yeah, very clearly.
Yorgla kind of just goes, right. And then he winks twice.
Okay, after him, can I do what is it? Insight check on that?
Do you need
On
to?
the
Wait,
wing?
wait, inside it. Yeah, no, I'm very, very
Yeah.
much making fun of you.
Well,
Like,
hold on.
the
What is
Okay.
Valzor's insight? Because if he's like -2
plus
insight,
3.
okay, yeah, no.
No.
I mean, yeah, he's very much like, don't worry, I'll keep your secret. You're not famous.
Valzor walks up to Yorglot and kind of whispers, "It's very regular for hunters to die. People get sad about
You're not dead.
Yeah. Okay. Is do they all
it.
think you're dead?
No, somebody else must have died. That meant a lot here. I may be famous, but that doesn't mean I'm the only known one."
Wait, can I overhear this? I want to quickly say something.
I'd
I
imagine
mean,
your
he said
passive
he's whispering
perception's
to
high
him.
enough if you're
Oh.
nearby. Depends on
My
how far
passive
away you pulled.
perception is 17.
Yeah. How far away did you pull Yorglot? Because if you're just like
I
whispering
didn't
in the
pull
party,
him. I walked up
He's
to
just
him.
whispering. He's just
yeah,
whispering.
then
He is-
Arthur can hear. I'm not even gonna have him roll for it because
How
like
do you even
he's
see
in the
passive
group.
pers-
It's in the
Valzor.
senses near like where you would see dark vision.
Oh.
Hey,
okay.
Valzor.
What?
So you're like a big hero, so you can inspire everyone, make everyone feel happy.
I
That's what heroes do.
Well, how about this? We'll go to your house, check it out, and we'll go meet up with this chieftain or ask for an audience. See if we can figure out what's going on with the town and try to help.
Actually, I don't know if I would need you to roll for this. I don't know if I want to have you roll for this. Yeah, no, you will. Valzor, roll history with advantage.
Ooh,
Fan?
with that
11,
+1.
15.
Ooh.
Okay. You recall the chief's name being Balgor when you were here.
Ooh.
That'll do.
Balgor and jizz.
Shut up.
Well, that one'll do it. That'll make the people sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I then remembering that information, um, then say to Yorglot a little bit louder this time so that the rest of you can hear it. They're probably all sad because the most likely person that died was the last chief.
Well, you don't know that. You know the last dude name.
Yeah, yeah.
Are you sure? Well, I mean, it could
Uh,
be quite possible, or he stepped down.
I have a feeling it's a hunter's life for life with these people.
That's fair.
I don't know if it's just the chief. There seems to be a fair amount of bodies around.
Well,
Well,
not.
we didn't see any tiefling bodies, right? We just saw
Mm.
creature bodies.
It was just underdark creatures.
No, you saw no
On the
tiefling bodies
spikes.
that they were working with.
Well,
Who knows?
right.
But we're not going to get any more information here.
We
Why don't
should
you-
rest before we start going around and asking questions.
Yeah, why don't we take a night's rest and then go and figure out what's happening tomorrow or whatever tomorrow is.
And then I can show
Alright.
you around and you can find out what you're looking for.
Alright, give us the door, Valzor. You're
Well,
about to
not right
finish it.
now. After we sleep.
No, I mean of your house.
Yeah.
Again,
Indeed.
it's a small little shack.
No, fit 7 of us in it. Come on.
Huh?
Fit 7 of us in it.
Yeah. Well,
And a bear.
it's like a 3 bed like a 3 roomed shack.
Are we in
Um,
it?
Yeah. I can imagine that we had that conversation outside of my shack. Um. Yeah, I call it a shack. Okay.
The Jack Shack.
Can I
This is
snoop
my shack.
around?
This is my shack. Oh, it's just 2 stories high.
Can
Got
I
a
snoop
balcony,
around?
indoor pool, 3 rooms, 2 bedroom or bathrooms.
It's only 3 rooms. One was my bedroom. One was just my like workspace, and the other is just like the living room.
Alright.
What were you
And-
saying right now?
Do you have any like toys as a child or anything embarrassing? Like a book underneath your bed that shouldn't be there?
Any
No, the only
pictures
thing
of
that's
questionable content?
no, no.
right.
The only things in his house like that are on the walls are like pictures of family. And then in his room, which is super messy, there's like a bunch of like polishing like materials and also just a bunch of junk related to weaponry, like leather scraps and things like that. And that
This
also
rag
carries on
smells funny.
and that also carries to his main workspace, where from the amount of like hammers and like very few like smithing things, you could probably tell that this is where he worked on like weapons that he's used in the past if he needed to.
Well,
Or
Yeah, so this is my home. I don't know how many people are going to be able to fit in my room, but you're more than welcome to sleep out here in the living room, because it's the main space that I keep clean.
Yorla just goes over to the couch and lays down.
If we need space as well, well, we wouldn't be able to, per se, get a long rest. I don't believe Arthur and I need to sleep, so we can just go relax in the lamp and not take up
you don't need to
space.
sleep.
If
No,
that's what
I
you
do
want
not
to
need to
do,
sleep. I choose to sleep, but I do not need to.
Huh. That's the
I call
first time she ever
shotgun.
told
I
us, by
dive in
the way.
the lamp.
No, I know. I'm very aware that's the first time she's told you.
No, I know. I was telling everybody else.
yeah.
We all thought she
Um,
was sleeping this whole time, that she needed sleep.
Yeah.
Well, if that's what you want to do, you definitely could. But
I also have another spell that will provide us, you know, a clean space to sleep in. That could also work outside.
There wasn't a whole lot of space outside. There's not like a big yard.
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, a tiny hut doesn't take that much.
If you want to put it up in the middle of a street.
Yeah.
I guess that's fair.
I don't think
Never
there's
mind.
like space anywhere. There's like alleys and street, and that's all this place is.
Okay.
I think we could all fit, and anybody who doesn't need to sleep can stay up.
yeah.
All right.
All right.
Lays down on the couch, stretches.
Well,
Or-
Valzor goes into his room.
Before Ember goes into her lamp, Renian's going to.
Amber's staying out because they were saying those that don't need sleep can just stay awake.
Okay. All right then. Regardless, she's going to kind of poke Ember's shoulder. So I would like to check upon the eggs.
Oh yeah, the eggs.
Of course.
She kind of gives a small smile before she goes into the lamp.
We might want
I
to get
would
something
need
to be able
go
to
look at the eggs as
hatch
well.
them, because it's going to take forever if they're always
Yeah.
in Ember's lamp.
Yeah.
Ember,
Yes.
Do you mind if I go in the lamp? I need to examine something and do a little test.
Sure.
This is our portable mansion, guys.
Yeah.
And storage.
Yorglot's just suddenly surrounded by everybody trying to jump into the lamp.
Jorglot, would you like to go in as well? Do your set up your station and everything?
Yeah, actually, I think me and Arthur have. I think I want to look at the same thing Arthur does. So
Oh
sure,
my
I'll go in
God.
there for a
So,
minute.
who is not
Nerds.
going in the lamp? She looks to Valzor, Eris, and Reina.
I
I'm
want to
staying
go.
out.
I want to go look at the eggs as well.
Okay. Looks at Valzor and Reina. Do you wish?
Reina's gonna go outside and look for sticks.
But
Raina, I probably better to stay inside. This is an unknown town. And you're like a younger girl.
Ember kind of looks to Valzor. I think it's up to him whether he thinks she'll be fine.
She crosses her arms.
Reina, tomorrow we go and look for sticks tomorrow, okay? When I take you on a tour around my town, we can look for sticks while we're going around, right?
She then nods and she's like,
Oh, I don't know if you've seen it, but there is an entire bear den for you in my lamp.
I have sticks. I have a child.
Talking about the nest, I think. The egg.
She's trying to build a nest.
Ah.
There are some blankets that you could use to make a nest.
Steal Valzor's blanket.
Her eyes goes wide and she steals. She takes Valzor's blanket.
I was meaning mine,
and
but that works. She just kind of looks at
heads
Valzor
into
like,
the
do not
lamp.
say anything.
Heads into the lamp.
Valzor just kind of like nods and like with his mouth doesn't actually say the words, but he goes like, "I know."
Okay. Well, so everybody goes into the lamp except for Ember and Valzor. So Valzor is alone in his house with a single woman.
That's
Oh.
true.
Alright.
Wow, why'd you have to specify it like that? Dang.
Because that is how it's going to look to anybody who visits right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, that's fair. I will say that Vernine will come out after she spends some time with the
How
egg.
long is some time?
Oh.
Keep in mind it goes slower there, so
Yeah. I was gonna say 30 minutes, but
that's an hour out.
Okay. Well, an hour is out.
'Kay.
And she comes out.
How long
I'm
is
just
everyone
gonna-
else spending? I know Yorglot's
gonna
going to be in there
curl
for a long while.
I think
I'm
He's
gonna
gonna
curl
get
up
been a
exhausted
while.
if he
and go
doesn't
to
sleep.
Holy crap.
Sorry.
Okay. Reina, how long are you spending?
How long will it'll take for Reina to make a nest?
As long as you wish. The eggs are in a hatchery-like room right now, so you can go make yours as comfortable as you wish, and you can spend as long looking for things to make the egg comfortable, or you can just go wrap a blanket around it and call it good.
She's gonna make like a real nest that she's seen in like the forest before, like a giant nest, and she's gonna sit on her egg for like
Go ahead and roll a survival check.
okay.
Mother.
22.
Okay, a 22. Yeah, you spend, I'll say, the better part of an hour looking for things, and the unseen servants that are within Ember's lamp are helping you gather things that Ember's willing to share. So extra cushions or things like that. There's also a spot in there now for the wagon, which has some hay, so they bring you some hay. And, you are able to build a somewhat functionable nest. You are missing a lot of the normal things that you as Reina would have seen, but you gather with your knowledge that there's not one correct way. And so what you've done is definitely going to make your egg comfortable, if that's possible. And then you sit on your egg for however long you wish.
An hour.
Okay, so outside, because time moves differently, so that's 2 hours outside. We'll say you spent 4 hours of outside time, an hour building the nest and an hour sitting on the egg. So 4 total hours, which is fine because you also can meditate, so you'll still have time to get your long rest. Eris, how long are you spending in the line?
I'm gonna try to steal one of Reina's pillows and curl up and fall asleep with my eggs.
One of Raina's pillars or one of Ember's pillars?
Well, Ember's, but she's gonna be too lazy to get up and get a pillow, so she's just gonna steal it from Reina.
Is this your first time in the
While she's
lamp?
making...
No, it's not.
No?
There are
No.
unseen servants that can literally just go grab you a pillow if you don't want to steal. But you are welcome to steal.
I'm gonna steal a pillow.
Okay.
She's making her
I think
nest. I'm just gonna
she's
yoink
talking about
one.
she's
Yeah.
right next to
Like-
the nest, and she just kind of grabs one and slides it over and sleeps. Like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just
Works.
curl up with my eggs.
Okay. And how long do you stay for a full rest?
I just sleep until someone come and gets me.
Okay.
Just say
Yeah, full
when
rest.
when Renine leaves. Because
Yeah.
if you do a full rest in the lamp, it'll take you 16 hours. So just do it when Renine leaves, so you can be pulled out to go fucking sleep in the real world.
Or
Okay.
Renine just scoops up Eris to get out. There you go.
Yeah, something like
Yeah.
that.
Okay. Yorglat.
Well, you could probably do me and Arthur at the same time, to be honest.
Well, it depends on whether you're setting up your station as well.
Oh yeah, he sets it up. He sets up his enchantment.
So that's 10 hours.
Damn.
I'm gonna spend the 10 hours.
Well, because
doing
it's
some
5
damage.
hours to set up and it's twice the time.
So you're gonna get an exhaustion point, boy.
Unless you sleep first. This is why I'm starting with you and asking you how long you want to spend. Or do you want to sleep first?
Well, he'll just do his thing with Arthur first, and then sleep, and then do the enchanter stuff later.
Okay. So how long are you and Arthur then doing your thing?
Well, Arthur, did you have the same idea I did?
I was gonna do something else first, but I'll do it after I'm finished. I'll help you with that after I'm finished.
Then go ahead, do Arthur's thing.
This may sound odd, but I'm gonna basically do like an autopsy and harvest the rest of my body parts from my corpse that I've recovered.
Oh my god. Okay. Go ahead and roll a medicine check.
Oh,
Can I
boy.
help him? If you ask, never mind.
That is up to Arthur
matter.
because
No
he
matter.
put it in the same room, so you're there.
I have proficiency in medicine, so I can help you.
I have plus 10 to medicine.
Yeah,
I
it's
know, I'm
more
just
just he
saying
can
Okay.
help.
I can
Okay.
help.
You can help if you want. I'm adding Flash of Genius to this as well.
Okay.
You're not at all disturbed by the gore. Helps him out.
Yeah.
That's 27.
Okay, what were you trying to accomplish here?
I'm gonna try and harvest and see what's salvageable in the corpse and see if I can recover anything, and basically just do a full autopsy on it.
If you want to fish for crit, you do have advantage because I'm helping you. I think.
Alright,
Mhm.
I'll fish with crit. Oh no, that's a 3. So that's 27.
So
Nice.
the first roll then.
22. Or not 22. Sorry.
27.
27 with Flash Genius.
Shit.
Okay. So I don't know exactly what you're expecting to find. You do find bits and pieces of your body that were sort of held together, like a finger or an arm. You find your face that was there, that's slightly held together in a creepy smile, and you find pieces of you, but it's so dismembered and mangled and used up that it's really hard to determine anything as far as what happens beyond what you know.
Yorglot kind of takes out an empty vial and scoops a bunch of the black goo into it.
Yorglot, could you
Gazzy
pass me that little
goo.
container over there? I just need to get some of this more flesh here.
Yeah. He walks over, grabs the container, and puts it down. Opens it
Ah,
up.
thank you.
Yeah. Here, you want me to grab this part? Here, I got.
Yes, that as well.
Can
Oh,
Rena pop
Um,
out while they're doing this?
Yeah.
And then she's gonna scream and then pop back in.
What the fuck?
Why did she scream? We're not doing anything bad, are we?
Well,
No, we didn't hear it. She popped out of the
Oh.
lamp, screamed, and then came back in.
Ah,
see, so
So we
Ember and
didn't hear-
Valzor are here, and they're just what the hell? Okay. Uh, did you say anything or do anything in particular with your scream, or just a yell?
She's just gonna yell and she's just have horror on her face for what she's seeing.
You're not
You're
seeing
not
this.
seeing
We're in
this.
the
This isn't a.
laboratory.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're not seeing it. They're
You're
in
in-
their own little basement part
Em-
of
Em-
the.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Ember's,
Aw.
the hatchery's like on the other side of where
Ember's
they
Yeah, the
lamp
hatchery's
is like
outside.
Ember's lamp is like a town now. It's not like a. It's not
It's
just one
in-
big
I
house.
thought you guys were. Oh.
They're not with the eggs. No, they're off in their enchanting laboratory and alchemy laboratory.
Did you ever share? You didn't put Ember's.
I 100%
Yeah,
shared it
shared
on
it? Yeah, you
Discord.
Yeah,
shared
you
it,
shared
but-
Yeah,
it.
he
You
shared
shared it
it.
on Discord, but not in World Info.
No, but like everybody has seen it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's the big statue in the middle. That's how you get out if you if you don't want to call it Ember or stuff like that. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
but never mind. She's gonna go sleep
Okay.
with
your
Aries.
lot. Oops.
The scream, the context, all of a sudden makes a whole lot more sense when you
Yeah.
thought you were seeing what was going on. Because I would not blame you for wanting to scream if you were watching this, but no, you are
Yeah.
not watching this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not in the same room.
Your lot.
Yeah.
I had an idea that I want to experiment with. Do you think it would be possible to reanimate some parts?
Well, there are spells that reanimate dead. I don't know if I ever seen it be put directly on a body part. Usually you have to have somewhat of an intact vessel, but you could always try.
Well, I had an idea, but this is. I would like to ask you first of all, what your input this is. Anyway, you know that heart you have there?
Yes.
Well, there are many uses, and we could craft some stuff, but I had an alternate idea that I would like to propose to you.
All right.
What would happen if we implanted that heart into a dead subject? Let's say, for example, we grafted some different pieces together and installed it inside. Do you think it would be possible to bring it back?
Well, I understand where you're coming from because the heart is still beating. Although I don't feel like it would work that way. When I did identify it, it seemed more like the heart had a magical potency and less like if you install this into a dead being, it revives the being.
Go ahead and make a medicine check, I guess.
Me or Bjorglot?
Both of you.
Okay.
One with advantage, or
It's up to you.
all right, you roll with advantage.
Alright.
I only have a +4 to medicine, so yours is better.
28
Okay.
and 27.
So, it might work theoretically. It's not guaranteed, but it definitely would be one of the components potentially needed to pull this off.
Bjorglot, I think we can do this. Now, I'm going to propose something that may sound rather indecent, rather bad.
Okay.
So, I know we can't steal body parts from people, because that's very bad, but I was thinking, what if they were bad people? And what if we like, got all the bad parts from bad people, or actually good parts, actually, but we got a brain, lungs, everything that's inside a person and we create something new. I mean, this would be a huge breakthrough.
Mm,
Now, I know this does come with a lot of risks, and we will be cautious at every step of the way, but I think we can pull this off, you and me.
although I do agree that it would be an interesting test, and I wouldn't mind testing it. I don't want to use this heart for that reason. I mean, for one, you'd need a very, very big torso. This heart is 2 or 3 times the size of a normal person's heart. Um, so I don't think it would fit with just any torso. You would need a Goliath or bigger's body just to
Okay.
hold it. And two, I think there are better things we can get out of this than reanimating the dead. I mean, I know you want to build the person back up without using magic necessarily, but this heart is magical in and of itself.
Well, why don't you just like reanimate it and then kill it and then use that?
So, do you think
You know?
do you think we could use a different heart? Do you think maybe if with enough voltage we could possibly pull it off? Maybe?
Mm, possibly. Well, and there's always ways to keep a heart beating. Just takes some testing. But if we could get our hands on a heart, we would also need something to be able to preserve the pieces on the outside of Ember's lamp.
Yeah.
So we might have
Ember's
to
lamp.
look into that.
Ember's lamp is very helpful, but yes, you are correct. We would need a container of some kind to preserve this. I will look further into this to see if I can create something or maybe invent something. But it is rather interesting.
Well, and I can help you on it too. We can put our minds on both of them. Actually,
Exactly.
what I was with this heart, I was thinking I could, and possibly with your help as well, maybe start after investigating the heart a bit more. Maybe create some kind of enchantment out of it. I mean, if say Ember, who is probably our biggest healer, was able to use her healing spells for damage, or if I, our most prominent necromancer, was able to use that to heal people in our party, I feel that would be a great boon to us.
Yes.
And who knows what else we can do with it, but I don't know, I feel if we use it to make a creature, even if it works, if we end up killing the creature, who's to say the heart won't stop and the heart won't be used up? And that would be a very, very prized treasure to be thrown away for something that could be possible without the heart, you know?
Yes, I see. I'm sorry, I rushed into that a bit. I got a bit too overexcited. But I will assist you in finding out the secrets of that heart and possibly enchanting with it.
And I'll help you with creating your whatever you're wanting to create. Dr. Frankenstein over here.
Friendship.
But anyways,
Nerds.
Oh, mind out the blood. There's a bit of blood on the floor. Just watch out for that.
Plenty of blood. I've dealt with plenty of blood, don't worry.
Gabbity goo.
No, Yorglot just puts the chest back and back over in his enchanting or his current regular enchanting thing.
I'm gonna get back to this though after I rest a bit. I'm feeling a bit sluggish myself.
Okay. I'll help you when you get back up. I'm gonna go check on the eggs. I'll be back soon.
And if he helps you, I'll say it cuts the time in half with setting up.
Oh, then I can take 5 hours without getting exhaustion.
If you want to help me right now, actually, we could get it done real quick.
Okay. Yeah, I'll help you.
5 hours later.
Which is outside still. Yeah, which is outside
Well,
5 hours, 2.5 hours for you guys.
And then he pops out and sleeps.
So you'll wake up at around 10 to get a long rest.
That's fine.
All right. So that is them. There's Reyna and Renine. You take care of your eggs, and after you've finished with that, you come out how much longer later? Reyna's taking 4 hours because she's setting up a whole nest. I don't know if you all wanted to.
I said 30 minutes, so mine was just an hour.
Does that change when you see the two of them spending more time and cuddling their eggs?
No, because Bernine had plenty of time cuddling the eggs.
Okay. Okay, well, so for then at least an hour, Valzor, what are you doing? Well, it's just Ember and Valzor.
He goes to his room to sleep.
Oh, so lame.
Ember,
He has like this cool chick in his room and doesn't even want to like say hi.
Ember's gonna just like hold on to the lamp, kind of sit there like, well, I don't need to sleep. I have no desire to sleep. Going in my lamp and sleeping makes it take longer. He went to sleep. I can't go anywhere because the people that start popping out of the lamp will pop out wherever I'm at.
Everybody pops out.
Yeah.
So she just sits and waits. And Renine comes out. And she immediately gives Renine the lamp.
Hello.
Hello.
Isn't Renine also carrying me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, she just hooks it on Eris's like hip then.
Is Eris passed out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Eris, you have the lamp now. You have no choice in the matter.
He kind of just sets Eris on the couch
Dope.
and covers the lamp with her cloak. Yes.
Wonderful. Perfect.
And then we wait for everybody else. And we'll say everybody gets your long rest. You've shaken off the exhaustion from the travel, but after all of that is done, you are now all awake. It's about 10 in the morning, equivalent for Underdark time. It's your morning at this point.
And I got my masterwork enchanters is gonna yes.
What the fuck did you just say?
Yeah, I'm not 100%
wasn't
certain the words that just
listening.
came out of his mouth.
I just stopped listening when he talks, so I don't know.
Got my masterwork enchanters kit set up.
Epic.
Yes.
Okay.
Wait,
Well, if
I thought that took
everybody's
10 hours for you to do.
No, because Tall's or Arthur helped, so halftime. Because
Oh,
it takes 5 hours to set up, but if 2 people are working on it.
okay.
Only 2.5 hours didn't give me exhaustion.
anyways. All right. Well, is everybody ready?
Is Valzor awake?
Yep.
Okay. Just making sure the most important person woke up on time this time.
Yeah.
He went to
I'm
bed
ready.
early.
All right. Well, I'm ready if everybody else is.
I'll take that tour now.
Are we meeting the family?
If we pass them, then I will introduce you. But I think the most important thing first, before I show you to my family, is showing you around town so you don't get lost.
Well,
I agree.
that is up to you then on how you want to show them around. You can either show them straight to the center and go straight for that war council area first. You can kind of take the long, really long, just explorative tour that goes all the way around the parts that they're probably not going to care about other than the markets before eventually winding up at like your family's side, which is like if you went around the town in a circle, this would be going the wrong direction to go to your family's until you looped all the way around the outside of the circle to get back to your family's place. Or heading to the dead center of the circle. Or you could start by heading towards your family's place, which is a very short walk from here, and then going around the rest of the town.
We'll take the long way.
'Kay.
so showing them everything and then looping back around to where we came places.
Ah.
Okay.
Wow.
Anything in particular you want to show them, or just give them the run through of the town?
Just kind of give them a run through.
All right. This time you travel back, and immediately heading back down to the way you came into the town, passing back through the market areas. But this time he spends more time kind of snaking through the various streets and alleys between the houses, showing you this individually. This is the smith's where he would get his weapons. This is the carpenter that would fashion bows. This is the tavern that often can be heard talking about the hunts that have been successful in recent times. And as you pass the tavern, you don't hear that typical bard like conversation or song going on that you're used to, Valzor. It's quiet. The tavern is not hustle and bustle. Granted, it is earlier in what would be considered the day for this village, but even early with this way this town is and how much hunting there is, there's almost always at least somebody to be talked about from a bard's perspective, and that's not happening right now. So one thing you do know. You show them around the rest of the town as well. You show them to the general store, the enchanter's shop, the magic shop, the individual items that they can find. An alchemist that has basic potions. It doesn't look like the most extensive alchemist. As extensive as you would expect for a very basic group of hunters that need their supplies. So they do, your basic oils and things like that, as well as healing potions. You find past a number of different, not necessarily tavern-sized establishments, but smaller restaurants and things like that, before then making your way around, and you get back into the more residential side of things. And it seems like about a quarter of this town, for those of you that are new here, is segmented off to be touristy, and the other 3/4 of it is just people that live here. And so then you just kind of start looping through, and he shows you around. He teaches you how to navigate the streets and how each house will be designed in a way that the front door will be facing towards the center and away from the walls. So if you ever don't know which way to go, you look for the front door of a house, and that points to the center of town. And then eventually you get all the way around, and you see a familiar, much larger sort of house than yours, Valzor. It looks like it's probably got about 10 or 15 rooms in it. It's sizable. It takes up more space, but it's not vertically built. It's built outwards and flat, not to stand out and to be the same as everything else. And this is the house that you know where your uncle and your brother would live.
Well, this is my relative's place.
Oh,
Time to meet the
really?
family, I guess.
I'm gonna walk up to the door and knock.
A couple minutes pass,
Ugh.
moments, 30 seconds pass, before you hear very soft but fast footsteps. And then rushes to the door, open it, and you see a smaller, sort of purple-toned tiefling, only about 2.5 feet tall. Looks young, very childlike.
Baby!
They look up. They see you. They scream, slam the door, and run back inside.
Okay.
And you just hear from inside, "Mom, there's weird people!"
Professor,
Ouch.
maybe you should take the lead here.
Yeah. I just kind of put my hand on Aries' shoulder. Okay.
I just wanted to say hi.
While he's gone up and past her, and she's
drops it back. Yorglet kind of just leans over. You're weird.
So are you.
And he just stands there waiting for the.
Do you knock on the
Renine-
door again, Valzor?
Yeah.
Okay.
Renine subtly kind of just like takes off her gauntlet, gives a little hip pat to Eris.
Why does everyone dislike me? I don't get it.
About a minute goes by, and you hear, again very soft, but this time much more like calmly paced footsteps, and different from the previous ones, approach the door. And as it opens, you see a, about 5'10" purple tiefling female standing there. She kind of peeks out the door. She only opens it a crack at first. Sees Valzor, and then Valzor, you just see her smile softly and look down. Did you think that your uncle is weird? She opens the door the rest of the way and sees everyone else. Oh, that's what you meant.
Yeah.
Hi,
sorry.
Valzor. Welcome back home. She
Thank you.
seems very tired. She has dark circles under her eyes. Her smile seems a little bit forced, and her hair's a little bit unkempt. But other than that, in relative good health.
MILF!
Uh,
Oh, sorry.
Oh my goodness.
Big
of course you would.
mommy.
My brother's wife, you idiot.
She's made up.
Thank you for welcoming me back. This is my party. And I just go one by one introducing him again.
Renine kind of gives a little wave.
Maybe come in. Is my uncle here, or is he still out and about?
She smiles softly. It's a pleasure to meet all of you. My name is Allura, and you can call me Ali if you wish. Yes, come in.
All of us, or should some of us stay outside?
You're all welcome here.
All right.
I'm gonna be the last one that goes in, and before I go in, I'm assuming that she stays by the door, holding it open for everybody, right?
She steps back to let them in, but yes, she's staying at
Yeah.
the doorway.
Me being the last one come in, noticing that she's tired. I can see like the bags and stuff. Is everything okay? Did something happen? I saw all of the creatures at the gate. Like,
A lot has happened. Come in. I'll tell you what has gone on.
okay.
She guides you to the familiar living room. It has some comfortable furniture, some decent, like, plush sofa cushions, and some wooden chairs. Has a fireplace that's lit, making the already fairly warm environment even warmer. And Ember seems very comfortable. Same for you, Valzor, and your natural tolerance to heat. You seem feel quite comfortable as well. It's definitely on
chilling.
the it's definitely on the hotter side for everybody else though, but not nearly as bad as her lamp. Please have a seat. Would you like anything to drink first?
Water. Be fine.
I'm
For me.
alright.
Renine kind of just looks to Eris.
I'm not gonna do. I didn't ask for a cup this time. All right. I'm just not thirsty.
All right. Yes, just water is fine.
All right. I'll go get a pitcher of water and some cups then.
there's children around and she's sad. I'm not gonna whip my titty out. Like,
Look, you always have children around and you whipped your titty out, so that's not an excuse.
listen, I'm technically the youngest one in the party.
Yeah,
Not
you're the most
mentally, though.
perverted one.
Not mentally though.
Anyhow,
Not
moving
mentally
on.
True.
Anyhow, she makes her way to the other room. You can see the young daughter is kind of like clinging to her leg as she goes and like following along, and is kind of like hiding behind her leg when she comes back, peeking around to look at everybody.
She's a fat baby.
What the fuck? What? When did you ever say the baby was fat?
I don't know. I'm asking. I don't know.
No, baby looks normal. It's also not a baby. It looks like a 5-year-old.
Oh, thought it was like 2.5 or something.
2.5 feet tall.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, a fucking 2-year-old opened the door and said weird because
Yeah.
2-year-olds can do that.
They can. I've
Some
seen plenty
can.
of videos. I have
Some
seen
can.
the
But
videos.
anyhow, she looks like she's about 5.
Okay.
Renine will kind of like bend down a knee and kind of bring Shadow off her shoulder. It's like, hey, look, kind of like trying to get the kid to maybe be interested and not be afraid.
Go ahead and roll a persuasion check.
Okay. I'm shit at this.
The one charismatic person, or one of the 2 charismatic people in
Hey.
the party, is the one who doesn't like to talk to anybody.
Not bad. 15.
She opens up a little bit. She walks out from behind her mom's leg, and
No.
Ania.
Your name is Ania.
Yeah, Ania.
A beautiful name.
I need a rest.
Weird people are.
Oh my god!
I was about to make a joke like that, but you fucking stole it.
How do you spell it? How do you spell it?
She looks up at her mom. Nice weird people. And she starts
spell it
playing with
weird?
Shadow. Yeah, I'll put it in chat, and also I'll put Allura in chat as well.
Yes. Yes.
Valzor's family.
Yep.
But yeah, I just let Shadow kind of play with the kid and squeak a bunch.
Is there any sign of men in the house?
Yeah, where's the
Uh,
broski?
Currently, there is no sign of anybody else in the house. And once everybody's sat down, she sits down across from all of you and pulls up a chair. Well, so I'm sure you have a lot of questions. I also do. Why are you back so soon? Not that it's a problem. We just, I thought you wouldn't be back for decades.
A lot has happened, and I, met this group. Well, not everyone here, but I met a lot of people that you see before you. Namely Yorglat, Ares, and Renine. And Reyna, sorry. Bear. And a lot has happened, and we are back here.
Well, I'm glad you're back. So who's the special someone that you wanted to introduce me to?
Ooh.
Is it... And she points at Eris.
No,
You think I'm special?
special someone? Huh?
You brought all these people. I can only assume you're trying to introduce me to...
No.
No?
No.
It's not
no.
him, and she
Uh,
points at Yorglot.
No,
Yeah,
not
okay.
yogurt. No.
Oh, he gives the meanest stare, like if he's even in company right now.
What did they feel or not?
No. No offense, Yorglot.
Well, oh wait, I did not realize you could swing both ways.
No. Not why I'm here.
He's a hunter. He can swing in every direction.
Oh my god.
Good on you, Valzor. Good on you.
She chuckles a little bit. You see, for the first time, a very slight, not forced smile. And I'm glad you found a good group. And happy that you're home. She looks to whoever is closest to Valzor and kind of like just gives a nod that like towards his direction and then says, I know that you're probably filled with a lot of questions, but I'm sure you're aware that being here in this village is not the safest it can be. And I'm sure you saw what was going on out front.
Yes, we were gonna inquire about that. We're not very knowledgeable on the area. We understand there's lots of hunters here, but even Valzor said that that was not normal.
Could I try to make a perception check or insight check to see what she was looking at? Because I'll say that I sat next to
Okay,
her.
go ahead and make an insight check.
Okay. 18.
She's hinting that you might want to be closer right now.
Okay.
Lean
Alright.
in.
There's Renee kind of just like, scoots the chair.
I'm sensing some bad news
So-
bears right now.
Oh yeah, I already had sensed it from the beginning.
Yeah.
They're not here. And they're not. She kind of like looks at her daughter and sees she's sufficiently distracted. Likely not coming back.
Who?
His brother and uncle.
Where did they go?
They went somewhere we can't really follow.
Did they go out on a hunt?
No. Valzor kind of like already has an idea of what they're saying.
Well, like I think we both know that they died, but we're saying did they leave and then die, or did
We're trying
they
to figure
die
out
here?
how.
Yeah. like-
Yeah.
More context than just their
Yeah.
dead.
Yeah. Okay.
No, they didn't. They didn't go on a hunt. We've managed to recover mostly, but the first attack we weren't prepared for. You know, occasionally creatures will wander around here. It's not unusual for us to have to guard the gate from a moorbound or two. It's a lot different when it's 40 or 50 different creatures at once.
That is an insane amount of creatures at once.
Did
Yes.
anybody figure out why?
We don't know. We gather they're controlled by something. They all have sort of a purple look to their eyes when they show up, and normally territorial creatures that would never get along or tolerate each other's presence cooperate.
Was there
A purple
Reading kind
look?
of like Reading kind of squints a little.
Yes, purple
Was
look
there
to their
any?
eyes.
Was there anything else that was different about them that seemed irregular?
I'm sorry. The night it happened, I was sleeping in her room, and when I heard the commotion, I just locked myself in there, and that was it. And in the morning, that had been dealt with, and I only know what I was told.
Quick question. The underdark alligators that we saw coming out of
Shit.
not Glumridge, what was it? Dragon's Hold.
Hmm.
Before the mist went over them, were their eyes purple?
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. They were. Fuck.
Yeah.
And then it turned red after seeming to going back to
Hmm.
the normal
Normal.
state.
I'm so sorry.
Reading kind of slowly puts an ungloved hand on Valzor's head.
Does there seem to be a direction in which they come from? One side of the town that they seem to attack more than others.
Varies day by day. Each night they attack one side at a time, but it's never been consistent.
Have any of you managed to capture one alive?
We've tried. We succeed, but before we're able to really learn anything, about an hour or an hour and a half after the attack starts, even if we haven't killed everything, they all perish on their own.
On their own? They kill themselves?
As
Or
he
they
says it a little bit quieter, trying not to let the child hear.
they stop moving, and that's it. Like they're puppets.
When they were moving, did they move like a natural creature at all? Or
Yeah, they move, as far as I can tell, normally. But like I said, they don't behave normally. Like a moorbounder would normally never tolerate a boulet in its territory. But
oh,
they move together, which would never happen naturally. But their movements themselves, they walk the same as any other moorbounder or boulet would.
strange.
Well,
All
and
right. Have these attacks stopped?
No.
No.
well, that was very apparent by the wall outside the city.
Fortunately, you
Oh.
showed up just after the last one. So
If I can ask, it seems people are very hush-hush about it, but... And we don't know this city's culture very well, other than Valzor. But Valzor did tell us that last time he was here, there was a very different name for the chieftain. Or can we assume that the same thing happened to him? Or them?
him and the 10 others.
There have been 10 other chieftains that met with the same fate.
Well, being a chieftain of a hunting village normally means you're a proficient enough hunter, and we all wish to defend our home, but
In such
engaging in
short
this night
time.
after night after night, even the best make mistakes. But I'm sorry that this is the news you come home to, Valzor. I am glad that I still have family alive. And I hope that at least the fact that we're here means something.
I'm glad that you are still safe. So it's been happening every night. Like,
Pretty much.
is
Some nights it's not as many, and it's a bit quieter. But you know, it's still an attack, even if it's only 10. It wears down on people.
Do you know how we could get an audience with the war chief or the chieftain?
Probably just by
poss-
saying you're here to help, to be honest. We're so low on willing people to fight now that I don't think they're going to be picky, especially if you're with him. And she looks to Valzor.
All right.
But, Valzor, I'll leave it up
Yes.
to you what you want to do. My concern is her safety. You can kind of see her, Ania, like rolling around playing with Shadow right now. As much as I want to find out what happened and take care of things, would you think that we should stay and try to fight back? Or in your travels, do you have somewhere that's safe that we can go live? And I don't want to lose the last family I have.
Yes, I know. I have a lot of faith in this group, and we've been dealing with something of similar matters when we were on our way here. Ever since we really entered the Underdark, it's something has felt off. Um, I'll look into uh what may be happening with my group, and if nothing else, I don't want to really lose this place, to be honest. Besides where I had lived with my parents, this is where I've been spending most of my childhood, and every single memory I've ever had is from here, so I'd be willing to help fight if nothing else. And I'm a lot more capable than I was when I left, in compared to when I left. He kind of like pulls the lances off of his back. I've gotten new weaponry. I've learned new techniques, and I think I could at least be a very good asset to defending the village.
I just don't want to lose you too. But
I know,
I'm
but
not going to stop you if that's what you want to do.
I promise I will be as careful as I can whenever I fight. I'm sure that my brother and uncle said something similar before they left.
Just don't leave us alone.
I will.
Valzor, do you
Yeah.
know of anyone in the village that could help look after them? I'm sure it's not easy for her to take a child alone, let alone in this kind of environment.
In the state that the village is in, I might be the best one to do that.
Well, and I think we've, if it comes down to it, escorting her and your niece out of the village to a place above ground. We do know of a city. I
That
feel
has
like
been.
that could be quite safe. With a plethora of different types of people, you shouldn't stand out there. But
Yeah,
that is all.
especially that place. Sorry.
Yes, we have friends in high places there that would be willing to take you in and start a new life somewhere safer. But it's not for us to decide. That's a family choice. But if you should so choose that, we do have places to go to that you and your daughter could be safe.
Whatever does end up happening, I will stay with you to make sure that you're safe and to make sure that she is safe as well.
Can't ask for that. Just come back safely from whatever you decide to do here,
I will.
and let us know if we need to leave.
Valzor just nods and looks to the rest of the party. I'm sure that they will have my back as much as I have theirs.
Well then, I think the first thing I'm going to do is go get a
Why am I spacing on the word right now?
Audience?
an audience with the chieftain. See what's going on.
Sorry to disturb.
You're not disturbing. It was nice to see friendly faces. It has been a while.
And I'm sorry that it's going to take a little bit more time before we could truly catch up.
That's fine. Just do what you need to do.
We'll get him home safe. And I'm gonna wink and walk out the door.
Oh. Slams into the door.
Accurate.
Oh my god.
Forgets the door is closed. Sorry.
You know all of our names if you need our help.
Yorgot's gonna stand up too. Start walking.
Yeah. Thank you for the audience. Now we shall decide what we are doing. And she looks to Valzor. Do you wish to have a moment alone?
No, this is. I feel like the longer I wait, the worse it will get.
She kind of like nudges Valzor a little and kind of like whispers, "Please give her a hug."
Yeah, I'm assuming Valzor already did that.
If you want him to, that's fine.
Yeah.
Maybe if
Okay.
you'd leave the room so he could do it.
Sorry, that was weird. I don't know what that was.
Oh man, creepy.
Oh, it sounded like he wasn't even planning on staying behind.
Anyhow,
The wind's just blowing. Sorry. Anyways, continuing.
Yeah.
We're out of the
That's
house.
some really, really obnoxious wind.
It's the
Mm.
meta pigeon. It's the meta pigeon.
All right. Ania seems kind of sad when Shadow has to leave, but
I'll come visit again. She kind of like gives a little, a much lighter head pat to the little girl.
I could summon a tentacle if you want to play with that.
Oh
Oh
god.
my, no. Anyway, I take Shadow back.
okay. You make your
And
way
make
out
him
of the
love wave.
house. You're all outside now. What do you do?
What?
Well,
Well, shall we head to the chieftain? See if we can have an
So-
audience.
Before we go, our intent is to try to solve the mystery as to why they are attacking the village, or we are just defeating monsters.
I'd like to see if there is something behind it before anything. If there's not, then I'd be okay with trying to escort them out of the Underdark, using the path that we took to get here.
it does seem that just defending against the waves isn't stopping anything.
No, it is not.
Well, you are walking. Two people make a perception check for me.
I'll perceive.
I will also.
Perceive.
I'm perceiving right now. I'm
Perceive so
perceiving
good.
so
Yeah, such
hard.
good.
Eight.
24.
Okay. Eris, as you're walking, you to the far north of the town, the direction that would be coming from, if you were looking at the map, the Infernal Chasm, you hear some very loud shouting. It's too distant to understand what's being said, but like you can clearly hear escalated voices and urgency before the shouting gets a little bit louder, and then you begin to hear the sound of a very loud sort of bell in the center of town begin to ring,
Shit.
and people begin to rush out of their houses and look around, and the few children that are outside, the parents quickly gather them up and rush them back inside. Guards start running through. We're under attack!
Well, everyone get into positions.
And
Okay. This bell is like loud, like everybody hears it, right?
it is like loud enough to reverberate through the whole town loud.
Okay.
Okay,
Yorglot's
yeah.
just gonna run back inside, just slamming the door open, and going to run up to them, take off the bracelet, and just go, "Here, take this. If anything happens, call us. You can talk to it, and we'll hear you as long as you're within range." To give to the girl or the lady,
The mommy.
the
MILF,
woman.
you mean?
The
She
MILF.
kind of just mouth open, not fully understanding, speak to it, and okay, got it.
All right, we'll be back.
And he runs back outside.
Are we going?
Yes.
We book it to the chaos.
Yeah.
As you begin running towards it,
I do have a question. There's two ways into this village, or is there only one
4.
way?
North, south, east, and west.
Shit. Okay.
But it seems like the north is where the chaos is coming from.
Correct.
Yes? Okay. That's all I wanted to ask.
As you begin running your way to the north, the sound of the bell is still there, but it slowly begins to quiet. It's not quite as pounding loud as when you were running through town to get there. And as you make your way all the way to the north side of the town, you begin to hear and feel the rumbling of earth, and
Oh god.
it feels somewhat like a small tremor at first, but as you get closer, you can begin to tell that this is not a tremor of natural occurrence, but a tremor of many heavy set stamps and footprints. And you make
Right
it.
before we get up to it, Yorglot's gonna activate his earring.
Okay.
I was just, wanted
Yeah.
to make sure it happened, so I didn't have to waste a turn doing it.
That's fine. As you make your way to the wall, right as you head up to kind of get a look outside, you see the horde of creatures. You can see some of the sort of like desert serpents that you've seen before, but that look more magma in nature, kind of crawling and digging through the rough terrain of the ground. You see about 5 different boulets, 10 or 12 more bounders. You see what appears to be in the back of this group as well, 2 hulking large fire giants with glowing purple eyes. You see some bats, some smaller reptilians like alligators and lizards, and you see what looks to be a 2-legged lizard with sort of a fanned face and an elongated snout that has a fiery ring to it as well. And taking a quick glance, this doesn't look like a horde similar to what you've heard described. You've heard 30, 40 being described. When you get a full count, you're already well past 60, if not more, just trying to assess this, and you don't know why, but this seems worse than before. And when you look to the gate and to the people that have been mustered, you count about 20 people.
Oh god.
Oh my goodness, we don't have enough. But are we doing this?
Is there
We
like a
literally
wall?
have-
Is there a wall to sit up top of on top of the gate, or is it just like there's like
Yeah,
the
there's
gate
a
and
wall.
then- Okay. Are we up like say we're up on the wall, or at least the ranged people are up on the wall?
Everybody went up on the wall to get a look out without having to run outside first.
I mean, it's either let the place burn or fight now. Is the war chief here?
And Yorgot's gonna like turn to a random person or a random guard next to him.
Yeah, and he points down to the northern gate, and in the front, you can see a rather strong-looking tiefling, black-skinned, sort of like a dark, smoky color. That he's standing about 6'6", very tall, very hefty tail, muscular build, and he is just wielding this giant like club that on the top of it just has a massive like spiked mace, so a great club with a mace head basically. And he's just facing down the foe ahead of him currently, kind of standing there preparing for battle.
And the gates are closed, right?
Well, the gates are open right now to let anybody else out, but then it looks like they have people prepared to close them, yes.
Okay.
Kind of nudge Eris a little. Eris, with your eyes, could you possibly see if there is something controlling them that stands out in the crowd?
What do you mean? Like,
I'm essentially trying to ask you to roll a perception check to see if you can find someone controlling them.
yeah.
If you would like to try to use your glasses as well, you can. I don't know what it would do for you, but you're welcome to try.
I'll try my glasses with a perception check if I can.
I'll say you can have advantage. We're all looking.
Okay, sick. Okay, 23.
Okay. You scan the group, kind of using that as your target for the glasses, is this horde in front of you. And at first glance, you don't think you see anything other than the creatures marching forward. Before you look past the fire giants, and in the back you see what looks to be a relatively large floating eyeball with a bunch of different tendrils coming off of it that lead to other eyeballs.
No.
God.
But as compared to what you're expecting, 4 of the tendrils seem connected to other floating eyeballs. And you see what looks to be like a diamond shape of these large floating creatures that are all interconnected with one another.
Oh my god. Is that for beholders? Because I swear.
Guys,
Yes, we see it too.
No, you do not.
What?
No,
No.
she
I
has
thought-
to explain it.
What? I thought you said we all were looking and she would just point it out.
Yes,
that's
you're all
because-
looking. She gets advantage on the look,
yeah.
but she is the only one capable of seeing this right now. And Eris, when you look without your glasses, you cannot see this.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Oh, feels bad, man.
Guys, there's a thing. It's like an eyeball, but there's more eyeballs, and it's like a diamond, and it's got tentacles. It's really weird looking.
And how far away is it?
Currently, it seems to be So the horde itself appears to be about 250 feet for the smaller creatures, about 1,000 feet for the big creatures lurking in the distance.
Oh my.
And the
That's
beholder
decent.
seems to be about 1,500 past that, so very small to her, very hard to see.
You're so disappointed. God damn it. Oh no.
I hate you. Um. It's awful.
Fuck. Yorgot's gonna grab Reyna's shoulders real quick to make her look at him. Reyna, you know your boom boom. Does she have her boom boom?
Oh yeah,
Wait,
she
wait,
has
wait.
all of her boom
Okay.
booms.
Reyna, it's
She
time
has the
for
big
boom
one.
boom.
The
Okay.
perfect time for boom boom.
All of the time. For Boo Boom.
And he kind of just waits for Reyna to respond. Anything?
Can I hand
Well-
my glasses to your glot, or is it attuned to me? I don't.
Isn't it?
It is an
Okay.
attune item.
Then I
Oh.
can't use it anyways. I have 3 things attuned.
Oh, dang. Okay.
I can take your word on it though.
All right.
Yeah.
Epic.
But Reyna, how do you reply to Yorglot grabbing you by the shoulders and telling you boom boom time, basically? Midi?
She
I,
here?
l-
Oh, there she is.
I literally just got back. My grandma's cat died, so
Oh.
Oh,
I-
Jesus.
to deal with that for the
Oh.
past. Well, I said BRB like
Oh.
a while ago. I
Would you
don't
like
know
me to
what's
catch you up?
going on.
Okay,
Yeah.
quick catch up. An alarm went off in the town. The party rushed to investigate the north gate that appeared to be under attack. There is a
Amazing.
horde of creatures, about 60 plus. You can't get an exact count, ranging from what looked to be moorbounders with the sort of glowing purple eyes that they had been describing before, boulets, magma serpents, various other lizards or smaller creatures, bats, other entities, 2 hulking fire giants in the back, and behind that, a conglomerate shape of what looks like 4 interconnected beholders floating invisibly that Eris was able to see thanks to her glasses.
So technically, you don't see that shape, but
You know it's there. And Yorglot has turned to you, and you can repeat what you said.
It's just Yorglot kneels down and grabs Reyna by the shoulders to make her face him. Says, Reyna, do you have your boom boom? It's time for boom boom.
Her eyes perks up like wide eye, and she's
And he just-
smiling.
He just
Mm.
points out to the horde of things. Fire
Also,
all of them.
how far away is the beholder thing?
About 1,500.
yeah, that's a lot.
Very, very far.
500.
Very, very far.
It looks like it's far enough out, and the horde is moving slow enough to where it's not like imminent combat, but it's very soon. Like nothing has engaged in combat yet. So if you are in range,
Like,
you
I
can be the
hit
first.
them?
So the first ones, I think I said they were 250 for the
Moorbounders.
smaller ones, 500 for the like larger creatures, 1,000 for the fire giants, 1,500 for the beholders. So you can reach anything if you have a range of 250.
I can reach
what?
anything.
If you have a
Uh,
range of 250, you should be able to reach those pretty easily, I think.
He has 550, but with disadvantage up to 600.
Okay.
150.
150.
500.
So if you wait,
I'm sorry.
for them to get another 100 feet closer, then you can just shoot them without disadvantage.
Or you can start now with disadvantage. But you are also firing into a horde, so with explosives. Even if you miss, you're likely to still clip something.
It just won't deal your arrow damage, most likely.
So that is up to you, but to kind of give you an idea of what you are currently facing.
Does it seem like they're all rushing towards the gate specifically, or the walls and everything too?
It does not seem like they're rushing. It seems like they're marching very slowly.
Okay, either way. Are they going towards the gate, or are they going towards walls as well?
It looks like they're going to have to go towards walls as well, as it's too wide to funnel through this gate.
Then do the giants look like they're coming for the gate to be the ones to knock it all down?
No, the giants were in the back.
They look like, if you were to gauge their distance, that they are aligned with the gate, sort of. You don't know if it'll stay that way, but currently, sure.
Are they all close together?
I mean, it's an army, basically, yes. The things are huddled together.
How big is this army? A lot?
Like 60 plus.
Of what you can count currently within your vision, you can count 60 plus creatures in the front lines.
Okay, I'm gonna wait until the exact moment I can shoot like in the middle of the army.
Well, if you want to shoot now with disadvantage, you can. You have a range out to 600.
So, if you look at your bow, 150 means that you can shoot normally without disadvantage. The in quotations parentheses, I mean, it says 600. That means you can shoot anywhere in 600 feet, but with disadvantage. So you'd roll twice and pick the lower roll.
Because, like, the first number is the range that you're proficient at
I'm gonna
shooting.
wait
Okay.
until they get
To 150.
While they're walking up, Yorglut 2 is
Valzor, either me or you, preferably you, because they know you, need to go down and talk to the chieftain and tell them that we're here to help.
Okay.
I
I'll
have-
go.
Okay.
And then Yorglot's gonna sit up and he's gonna be waiting for them to get closer.
Hey, question: how tall is this wall?
Yes.
About 25 feet tall.
Oh, so shorter than the giants? Oh
Yep.
god.
Does
Well,
the
you don't
beholder
gather
seem
that
to
they're,
be-
pretty normally defending from giants down here.
Yeah.
This
okay.
wall looks like it's meant to keep creatures out, not giants.
Oh, so he doesn't even have to go down. He can just scream down at them. Or
Yes.
Valzor can just yell at them from up top. Okay.
Okay, I do that then.
Shit, but oh man.
Does the beholder seem to be moving at all, or is it just staying there?
Oh,
Currently seems staying there.
Okay.
so we're on the wall, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I
So
yell
we're
down
like the
to-
highest we can be, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Ah, shit.
I yell down to Morgoth or Grok.
More
We're
drop.
on the side.
You
we're gonna
cut
be
out,
giving you
you
cover
cut out.
fire. I'm gonna be coming down there. We're here to help.
Your mic cut off. I'm sorry, buddy. Your mic cut off.
And you just went rah.
I mean, it all caught up afterwards,
Yeah.
after like 30 seconds, but it was too, really, you're like, well, it's
Anyhow,
pretty funny. We got the, we heard the rest of it after.
he looks up, kind of squints. It takes him a minute. Again, this wasn't really an important person in this village when you were here. Like, they weren't bad, but they're 11th in line for chieftain. This person wasn't a main person. And he kind of takes a moment before finally realizing who you are, because he has had to meet and, like, remember so many faces lately. All right. More help is good.
Great.
Okay, he's muscle man, not smart man.
It's more
Great.
he's just like, I didn't know you were here until 5 seconds ago. I don't really have the time or the ability to strategize with you right now.
Well, that's
Yeah.
when Yorglot's gonna. Does it look like they have their casters on the wall, if they have any? Or are they all down at the bottom right now?
It seems like they have sub-casters, maybe like 5. It seems like a majority are archers of what they have on the wall, which is another like 7. And then they have 8 frontliners down on the ground.
That are all melee, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Alright. Okay, man. Alright, man.
And
Yorglot's
we
just gonna
will...
be like- Oh, yeah.
end
Right.
tonight's session there because it's 7:30 now,
Yeah.
and you will have a week to prep how you want to handle the incoming siege.
Ah, fuck!
God damn it!
I
Why
couldn't
did you
even.
make me hold this
I
from your
wanted to use
fucking
one thing.
backstory?
What?
I wanted to use one thing, and you know what that thing is.
Yeah, and we will get to that next week. And what were you saying, Eris? Why did I what?
Why did a poly make fucking beholders part of his backstory? I'm gonna cry.
I absolutely love that this one can't be blamed on me for the thing lurking in the back being something you don't like.
God fucking damn it.
All right. Well, great session, everybody. Do we have any other Dungeons and Dragons channels that we would like to raid? I hope everybody in chat enjoyed today.
No. Cool
Combat.
see.
Murder hobos next week. Murder hobos.
Yo.
You might want to prepare for a very long
Yeah, it's gonna be
combat.
Yeah,
intense.
I
Yeah,
know. I was
yeah,
about to say
yeah.
long combat
Hey,
section.
I may have one guy.
By the
I
way,
think I have one too, but yeah.
wait, what? One
Well,
what?
I'll take either.
D&D channel.
Let
We
me
might have the
see.
same one. I'll put this
Um,
in.
I have the David one.
Yeah, that's the same one I have.
Long combat on a fucking warlock.
Well, I'm good with that one. Is that the same one you have, Mitty, or do you have a different one?
I have this guy too. But
Oh.
yeah, you can do David.
Wait. Hold on. I think.
Well-
Oh, there's a person that just started streaming.
We can do the one that Eris linked.
Alrighty.
It's kind of rotating through who gets to pick. And then next week we can go with Mitty if she has somebody available next week. All right, so I'll go ahead and start the raid. If you want to get the raid message up there for me, D, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never mind, they have follower or subscriber only chat.
Wait, really?
Yep.
Ah, dang.
So
Hey,
we will go with the next one and see if they're not on follower or subscriber only.
Freaking nerds.
They're not, so we will go there.
Oh, yeah.
So we will go with Orion.
Alright.
All right. Well, thank you again, everybody. I hope you all enjoyed. I'll be switching it over to the ending screen now. So goodbye and thanks for
Oh,
watching.
shit. Wrong. Fuck. I copied
Peace.
that. God damn it.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Good job.
There we go.
Is this over?
Fucking hell.
All right. Goodbye,
That's what I
everybody.
wanted.